Hi strangers, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, please consider to subscribe and you're welcome to our family. Consider to like the video, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you won't miss any updates about Stranger Things every day. Share this video so other Stranger Things fans can see this, so now let's get started. In today's video of Stranger Things updates, we are talking about Gaten Matarazzo's interview with Collider that reveals new details for Stranger Things 4. He talks about the filming, the release date, when is the wrapped up, and when he will be back at filming for season 4. But before that, the Stranger shout out of the day goes to, thank you so much for the support. If you want to have a shout out, just comment it. Follow us on Instagram at StrangerThingsS_updates, and now let's get into the video. Before the end of March, we received another interesting news from the cast of Stranger Things. Last time, we discussed an interview for Millie Bobby Brown, and today we will discuss an interview of Gaten Matarazzo recently with Collider. Watch this.
Sean and the Duffers have said that all the scripts were done in advance. You know, they had more time to work on the scripts. So I'm just curious to talk about, well, A, did they give you all the scripts in advance, or were they giving it out piecemeal? And what was your reaction to them? And did you feel like the writing this season is really good?
That's an incredible question, because the first couple seasons the goal was never to film before the show is finished being written. That was never a goal. That's just how it ended up happening the first 3 seasons. Is we have a certain number of episodes written, around 5 or 6 out of 8 or 9 is usually what we'll start filming with once those are written. And the goal is that they'll direct and write at home. They'll be home, and that's when they'll write on the side, and just they'll manage their workload that way. And how it's always worked out is we're on episode 4 or 5. And we haven't seen episode 6 and 7 yet. And we have no idea what's going to happen. And they haven't even written all of it yet. And so the pressure's usually on. And when that happens, usually there's like a 2 to 3 week hiatus where we'll go home and take a break. And during that 2 to 3 weeks, Matt and Ross are home and they are writing. Like non-stop panic writing. Like, I didn't write my essay, and English class starts in 5 minutes type writing. And that's never ideal, but honestly, for some reason, that spur of the moment, we got to get this done. It seems to me like that's where a lot of their best work comes in. And I don't know if it's the pressure. I don't know if it's them being up all night all caffeinated and they just have like really crazy frazzled brains that can write really weirdly. I know a lot of comedic writers who will stay up into all hours of the night, like playing video games and drinking Red Bulls, so they can get to that kind of delirious, tired state, and then be better at like just coming up with random stuff off the top of their heads because they're a little bit more delirious. I don't know if that assists them or not, but this year, because of COVID, there's no excuse for them not to have the series written completely. When we went in for our first table read, which was February of 2020, so last year, we expected to go right into filming, and it was going to be the same situation. They were going to start with episodes all the way up from 1 through 5, and we'll probably do the same hiatus, but COVID hit, and we only had like 6 episodes, and so they're like, we might as well finish.
Where are you in the filming process? Are you guys, because of COVID, are you wrapping in like June? Have you, what's going on?
There's very few dates that are reliable. It really is more of like a guesstimation on when we're going to be filming next, when we're going to be wrapping up, when release is going to be, all that jazz, because we still don't know in a day-to-day if we're going to be filming next week. Yeah, I should be filming like next month for like a bigger chunk than I've had in a bit, but even though it's coming up in about 2 weeks from now, I still don't know an exact date. So because of that, there's really no way to figure out when we're going to be wrapping. I think that they've been able to relish in their directing in their day-to-day. There's nothing else distracting them other than what we're going to do today while we're directing. And I asked them, I'm like, do you guys sleep at night? They're like, literally, we dream about directing the show. We go to sleep and we have dreams that we just are directing the show. It takes up their entire minds when they're making this. And so I think now that I think it's a good thing, because they can take their focus off of what the show is going to be about. And now that they know it, they can focus on how they're going to deliver. And I think it shows.
Season 4 has one pretty massive advantage over previous seasons, and Gaten Matarazzo says it's made a positive difference. It's not unusual for the remaining episodes of a TV series to be written in while that season is still in production. The Duffer Brothers have always planned to have each season of the wildly popular Netflix series written before filming begins. But because filming was shut down due to the COVID-19 after just a couple months of filming, the Duffer Brothers had the chance to write the rest of the season during the forced hiatus. Gaten Matarazzo says that thus far, this panic writing has worked in the show's favor, and that is certainly evident in the strong ending to Stranger Things Season 3. But this year, when production was shut down, Matarazzo says the Duffer Brothers decided to finish writing all of Season 4 before they went back into production. In terms of how far along Stranger Things Season 4 filming is, Matarazzo said it's hard to say given that their dates have to be flexible due to COVID restrictions.
There's very few dates that are reliable. It really is more of like a guesstimation on when we're going to be filming next, when we're going to be wrapping up, when release is going to be, all that jazz, because we still don't know in a day-to-day if we're going to be filming next week. Yeah, I should be filming like next month for like a bigger chunk than I've had in a bit, but even though it's coming up in about 2 weeks from now, I still don't know an exact date. So because of that, there's really no way to figure out when we're going to be wrapping.
In other words, it doesn't sound like Season 4 will be wrapping, let alone releasing on Netflix anytime soon. But in terms of having all the script written now, Matarazzo says it's made a difference not only to the actors but to the Duffers, who can now just focus on directing the rest of the season. Filming is still ongoing and Netflix has not yet announced a release date for Stranger Things Season 4, but this update from Matarazzo makes the wait that much more agonizing. According to him, he will be back at filming Season 4 next month, April. But that is all for today's episode. What can you say on Gaten's interview? Do you think it will be worth the wait? Comment your thoughts. You made it to the end. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Make sure to like this video if you like it, consider unsubscribing and turn on the notifications so you won't miss any updates about Stranger Things. Share this video so other Stranger Things fans can see this. That's all. Thank you for watching. See you strangers in the next video. Peace out.